Have you ever wondered how rationality is assumed in economics? Well, prepare to have your curiosity satisfied. Rationality in the economic sense is not about knowing the capital of every country or being able to solve complex mathematical equations. No, it's about making decisions that maximize one's own satisfaction, or as economists like to call it, utility. It's the idea that we, as individuals, are the best judges of what makes us happy or satisfied. This assumption of rationality is the backbone of many economic theories and models. It's like the secret sauce that gives economics its flavor. Without it, our understanding of how markets work, how prices are set, or how resources are allocated would be like trying to taste a dish without any seasoning. Economists assume that everyone is a rational decision maker. That means, given a set of options, individuals will make decisions that they believe will provide them the highest level of personal satisfaction. It's like being at an ice cream shop with 100 flavors. You're going to pick the one that you think will make your taste buds dance the most, right? That's rationality in action. Now, it's important to remember that what's rational for one person might not be rational for another. Let's say you're at the ice cream shop again. You might go for double chocolate chip because you're a chocoholic, while your friend might opt for vanilla because, well, they're boring. Just kidding. They might choose vanilla because they prefer simplicity. Both choices are rational because they're based on individual preferences. So, in a nutshell, rationality in economics is all about making decisions that maximize our personal satisfaction. It's an assumption that guides the way we understand economic behavior. But how do we make these rational decisions? Well, there are three main methods: considering trade-offs and opportunity costs, performing a marginal analysis, and responding to positive and negative incentives. Now, let's delve into the three methods of making these rational decisions. Ever found yourself choosing between two things you desire? That's a trade-off, my friend. In the world of economics, we call this a trade-off. It's like being in a candy store with only enough money to buy either a chocolate bar or a bag of gummy bears. Both are tempting, but alas, you can only choose one. Now imagine you're torn between buying that sleek new sports car or jetting off to a tropical island for a dream vacation. You've saved up a tidy sum and you can afford either one, but not both. That, dear listeners, is a classic case of a trade-off in economics. But wait, there's more. The concept of opportunity cost comes into play here. It's the cost of foregoing the next best alternative when you make a decision. So, if you choose the sports car over the vacation, the opportunity cost is the unique experiences and relaxation you would have enjoyed on that trip. Conversely, if you choose the vacation, the opportunity cost is the thrill of driving that shiny new car. Remember, opportunity cost is not always about money or tangible goods. It could be time or even happiness. Suppose you decide to binge watch your favorite show instead of hitting the gym. The opportunity cost is the potential health benefits and endorphin rush you missed out on. Understanding trade-offs and opportunity costs is crucial to making rational economic decisions. It's not just about what we gain, but also about what we give up. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's akin to choosing between a rock and a hard place. But as they say, life is full of choices, and economics is no different. It's all about assessing your options, considering the trade-offs, and being aware of the opportunity costs. So, the next time you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, remember, it's all about weighing your trade-offs and opportunity costs. What if I told you every extra slice of pizza you eat might not be worth the calories? Now don't panic, I'm not here to ruin your love for pizza. But let's use this cheesy example to understand the concept of marginal analysis. Marginal analysis, in the simplest terms, is the study of the costs and benefits of consuming or producing one more unit of a good or service. Yes, that means every additional slice of pizza you're considering to devour. Imagine yourself at your favorite pizza place. The first slice of pizza is heaven on a plate. The second slice, still pretty good. But by the third slice, you're starting to feel full. The fourth slice? Well, that's pushing it. You're so full that the additional enjoyment you get from that slice is significantly less than the first. That, my friends, is the diminishing marginal benefit. But what about the cost? Well, apart from the few extra dollars, you're also packing on additional calories. That's the marginal cost. Now, if you're a fitness enthusiast, those extra calories might mean an extra hour on the treadmill. Not quite worth it, is it? So, what's happening here is a classic case of marginal analysis. You're weighing the additional benefit, the joy of one more slice of pizza, against the additional cost, the extra dollars, and the added calories. And if the cost outweighs the benefit, you decide to pass on that extra slice. The beauty of marginal analysis is that it's not just about pizza. It's a fundamental principle in economics that helps businesses decide how much to produce, consumers decide how much to buy, and even governments decide how much to invest in public services. In other words, marginal analysis is all about making rational decisions by comparing additional benefits and additional costs. It's about understanding that sometimes less is more, and other times more is just too much. So remember, every bite, every step, every decision counts when you're playing the marginal game. Ever notice how a sale sign in a store makes you want to shop more? That's an incentive at work. In the realm of economics, incentives are the spice that seasons our decisions. They're like little nudges, pushing us towards certain actions and away from others. Positive incentives, such as discounts or rewards, sweeten the deal, coaxing us to behave in a certain way. Think about the last time you saw a buy one, get one free offer. Even if you didn't need that extra item, the lure of something free might have enticed you to make a purchase. That's a positive incentive in action, a sugary treat tempting you to expand your shopping list. On the other hand, we have negative incentives, the bitter pill designed to discourage behavior. These are things like fines, penalties, or the potential loss of benefits. Consider parking tickets, for instance. They're a negative incentive to prevent you from parking illegally, and unless you fancy donating to the city's coffers, you're likely going to think twice about where you leave your car. Now you might be wondering, what's all this got to do with making rational decisions? Well, every decision we make is a response to an incentive. When we understand the incentives at play, we can make more informed, rational decisions. It's like being at a crossroads. Positive incentives are the inviting, well-lit path, while negative incentives are the thorny, ominous route. Knowing what lies on each path helps us choose the one that aligns with our goals. So let's circle back to that buy one, get one free offer. Here, the positive incentive is the free item, but in making a rational decision, you'd also consider if you need the product, if you can afford it, and if it's worth the space in your shopping cart and your home. In economics, as in life, understanding and responding to incentives is key to making rational decisions. After all, they're the carrots and sticks guiding our actions, leading us towards our objectives or away from pitfalls. So, incentives, whether sweet like candy or sour like a lemon, shape our decisions in more ways than we often realize. So, we've journeyed through the world of rational economic decisions, but what's the takeaway? It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? We've navigated the sometimes confusing but always fascinating landscape of economic rationality, exploring the assumptions, principles, and strategies that underpin our everyday decisions. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. First, we delved into the assumption of rationality in economics. Remember, this is the idea that individuals make decisions based on their desire to maximize their utility. It's like choosing between a donut and a salad. You weigh the joy of indulging in a sweet treat against the health benefits of a salad. That's economic rationality in action. Next, we explored the concepts of trade-offs and opportunity costs. These are the sacrifices we make and the alternatives we forego when we decide on one course of action over another. It's like choosing between an extra hour of sleep or hitting the gym early in the morning. The trade-off is clear, and the opportunity cost is the benefit of the option you didn't choose. Then, we dived into the world of marginal analysis. This is the process of comparing the additional benefits of an activity against the additional costs. It's like deciding whether to watch just one more episode of your favorite series or hit the sack. If the joy of watching outweighs the loss of sleep, then play next. It is. Finally, we talked about responding to positive and negative incentives. Remember, incentives can guide our decisions. A sale at your favorite store is a positive incentive to spend, while a parking ticket is a negative incentive to avoid illegal parking. By understanding and applying these concepts, rationality, trade-offs, opportunity costs, marginal analysis, and incentives, we can make more informed and rational economic decisions. These principles don't just apply to money matters, they're part of our everyday life choices. Remember, every decision you make is an economic one, so make it rational.